Welcome back everybody to Total War Warhammer 3. When last we left off we collected the second of the Demon Prince souls. This is where the game really starts to hot up, as everyone left on the board is only going to get stronger. With Marienburg taken, our next port of call is to head east into Kislev via Nordland. As you may recall, dear viewer, that I dismissed Kislev way back at the start, as at the time the faction was really struggling. Well, the current time of writing is February 2024, which is after the 4.2 update, which rebalanced a whole bunch of stuff involved in the Shadows of Change DLC. Kislev are now a force to be reckoned with.
Come.
Just in time, our Khorne army is on the way to rout the last of the orcs from our lands, but along the way finds the corpse of a great beast laden with treasure and foolhardy scavengers. This will likely be the only chance we get to say hello to the Vampire Coast faction, so I wanted to at least bring special attention to it. Vampirates are about three things: guns, and crab. Normally you'd have your zombies wear down the enemy units, while your gunners riddle them from all sides and the monstrosities do the real work. Problem is, Khorne heavies just chew their zombies up before anything really exciting happens. Landing the Thirster and the Reaper right in the middle causes their entire army to turn inwards on itself and expose their flank. It's over in under 3 minutes. The army lands on the coast and the orcs even come out to me. How considerate!
Now is the time of wrath and bridal. Rejoice!
Khorne is pleased, and I'm feeling pretty good too. The Kislevites are upon us pretty quickly. I'm not sure how they made it all the way to Fort Solace without me noticing, only minutes after I kicked the orcs out. The Kislevite roster, also known as Oops All Hybrids. Almost every unit of theirs has equal parts ranged and melee. A favoured tactic of theirs is to space out their units into a sort of checkerboard pattern, so one unit is always in melee, while another is always shooting, then swapping them back and forth as ammo runs out. People tend to forget that Khorne may be the god of slaughter, but he's also the god of warfare, so let's engage the old brains a little and actually use some tactics. By deploying way up here on the hill and splitting the army in two on either side of this little ridge with the tower, one charges down and circles around, while the other holds the top of the hill. Now, we rally at Norden to begin the push onto Erengrad. Oh boy, that's 4 armies. In a moment of panic, I wedge my entire army into a gigantic death blob, hoping to scare them off. It does not work. However, Zeech has my back today as I retreat, and 2 of the 4 armies were in force march mode, so they couldn't follow as we fell back, meaning I can engage this in a 2v2 rather than a 3v4. It's still going to be tough. Remember how I said the Kislev roster got some updates? Well, they've got a fucking frostworm. Thankfully, I've now got some proper heavy cav. Say hi to the Chaos Knights of Khorne. Ordinarily, cavalry should be charging, then retreating, then charging again. However, Chaos Knights have absolutely nutso armour, as well as the Mark of Khorne, which gives them Frenzy. It's a special passive that boosts their melee stats as long as their morale's above at least half, allowing them to mix it up in a protracted melee and making them a sort of fire and forget cavalry, assuming you don't actually forget. These are the kinds of battlescapes that I just love in this game. Look at that carnage. Chernobog has reached his final form, the undivided cosmic armour set, looking positively diabolical. Now the battle for Erengrad is upon us, our first battle with a faction leader.
Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There's lots of them, and the terrain is on their side. Marching uphill into a withering hail of gunfire is a good way to die very quickly. But there's something that we can exploit. Their reinforcements are coming from this side of the map over here on nice open ground, while mine are coming from behind my own lines. I send a force of my own warriors to intercept their backup. This means they either have to surrender the high ground or watch their mates get slaughtered. They choose the latter, and their backup gets absolutely rinsed, allowing me to take this flank with my heavy infantry. What the fuck? Goodbye, Katarina. I really feel like there should be a special cutscene for the Demon Prince and Katarina fighting, but such is the way.
The door Tome of Fates feels a frisson of power in the air. The god bear will howl again, its pain ripping the fabric of reality, creating rifts once more.
Round 3 is almost here, but Kislev is now laid bare before us, so the Sinch army stays back in Nordland to shut down any portals, while the Khorne army rampages east and north.
Slaughter!
The Tome of Fates knows all. The rifts are our opportunity to reach the Chaos Realms. Now, I truly earn my fee. And yet, a gateway opens both ways. While we may traverse the rifts to enter the realm of chaos, or even be transported to far-flung areas of this world, we must close the gateways not required, or the demon tide that flows forth will lay your lands in ruin.
The maelstrom is breached and the domain of Khorne, the Blood God, lies beyond. Will you enter and fight your way to the Brass Citadel?
The Blood God's domain. Upon its blood-strewn ground, armies of demons clash in gladiatorial contests of unending slaughter. Battle through this cauldron of war and reach the Brass Citadel. There you will find the Gatekeeper, the favored demon prince of Khorne. Kill him to claim his soul.
You looked at me with eyes of hatred and greed, and now the fury is mine.
Welcome to the cornfields, motherfucker. The mission is simple. Kill shit to fill this meter. We've got a bunch of weird mishmash armies. Kill them all. Now, I feel contractually obligated to do this.
Blood for the Blood God! Skulls for the Skull Throne!
Of the Blood God, home of the Skull Throne. The Citadel is guarded by 888 bloodthirsters, but we need only breach its outer defenses to draw out the Gatekeeper. Start at the ruined fort, defeat its garrison, and capture the Icon of Ruin. This will give you a foothold and grant us supplies to reinforce for the struggle ahead. There are 2 other icons you will need to capture, and so dominate the battle. You have drawn the Blood God's gaze. Make sure you are worthy of his attention. Let the slaughter begin.
Our ruinous crusade! This is the time of bloodshed and carnage!
beasts whose soul we seek. So, Belacor has rebuilt his throne of old. But to what purpose? He has no followers, no army. Even the Chaos Gods abandoned him.
Does something amuse you? You sit in your little chair, but what power do you really wield? Hidden away, deep in this forge. Hidden. Your roar was felt across the world. A god's carrion will attract powerful scavengers. Let them come. The essence of the slain will be repurposed into an army.
It cannot be. Belacor controls the Forge of Souls. He intends to build an army of the most twisted manifestations. Soul grinders.
Your Chaos Masters will not allow it. I have no masters! The Chaos Gods are forbidden to enter here. Be silent while we wait. Wait for what? For you to die.